All I remember next is him running at me like, ah! Alright, so I'm going to take you back. When I was a kid, I used to move around a lot. A lot of times I went to just different schools because we moved from one side of town to another side of town. We lived with a lot of people here and there. I remember we lived in a bunch of different apartments. One time we lived in a two-family house. My mom told me when I was like a baby, we lived in a house. It was probably like a townhouse too, I don't know. I moved around a lot. And I remember this one particular time I lived with my best friend's aunt's family for a little while, and I went to this school. Don't even remember the name of it, but it had to be around 6th grade. No, before 6th grade, because I moved to Vegas in the 8th grade. I remember where I was from 8th grade to 6th grade, so it was before 6th grade. I remember I was young, man. This was back in Ohio, probably the Cleveland area. But went to this one school, and I remember walking in, and it was like, of course you don't know anybody, and you're like sent to a seat, the only seat that's left in the back corner, so you had to walk past everybody. I remember walking in just like, I felt like whatever, but for some reason in my memory I feel like I was walking like, I don't know none of y'all motherfuckers. But anyways, I remember this girl was like, damn, he's tall. Which was weird for me to hear because I was like young as shit, and where I was from, most people were my height or in my grade, that usually was. Until I moved, till I was in like the 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, and everybody was like fucking on steroids. But I remember this time, damn, he's tall. I was like, I am kind of taller and bigger than everybody, but it was whatever. So it was one of those kind of things where it was the kind of school where you switch classes. I remember we switched classes maybe 2-3 times a day, but this one particular time we were in PE, or physical education, gym, most people call it. And they went on, whatever. We might have played dodgeball or kickball. I remember we were inside of a gym, like a basketball court basically, like most schools do ya. But remember we went back in the locker room to change and get, in our regular clothes. And I remember specifically like holding my jeans or picking them up, and they were upside down, so all this stuff fell out my pockets. Like some pins, change. I don't think I had a ring, but it was something there that it had to be changed, because I remember it make noise like da-ding, da-ding, like, and everybody's like, you hear something drop. So it wasn't just a pin, but this dude went and reached for it, and I went to reach for it at the same time, and our hands kind of was like, and I was like, man, I got it. So I pick it up, and he left, but there's some other dude left there, this instigating motherfucker. He was like, oh man, what did you say to him? And now I was like, I got it. I was like, I told him, I was like, you don't need to like grab my stuff. I got it. I'm standing right here. And I remember he was like, ooh. He said, don't touch his stuff. Don't touch his shit. I was like, and he kept saying it. He left. He kept saying it. So by the time I came out shortly after him, like really short, like a couple steps after him, the dude that tried to pick it up was like, what? It was this tall dude, he had this funny afro. He wasn't tall, he was skinny, like lanky kind of tall, but skinny. And I was like, of course, a little pudgy. But I remember he got mad and wanted to fight me. Obviously, he was like, what? But I don't remember what words were said. But I remember catching a little attitude, like, I didn't say what he said, but you don't need to touch my stuff type, something like that. All I remember next is him running at me like, ah! Right? So I was like, oh, it's on, we fighting. He ain't just like screaming at me, he's coming at me like, I don't know, I think I had just a backpack on. All I remember is like, for the fight, for some reason I might have ducked, but he was on top of me like, clawing at me or some shit. It felt like I was in a fight with like a tiger, but I'm like, you weigh like 14 pounds, motherfucker. But he's like, bah, 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 bah. Then I kind of get pushed away. Then he comes back at me like that again. I remember just holding my fist out like I'm cowering almost, but my hand's closed. And all I remember is his face just running into my hand like 3 or 4 times, right? And I've always like looked back on that fight like I whooped his ass as a scaredy cat. So if any of y'all out there is scared to fight and somebody's attacking you, the best thing you could do to defend yourself is make sure your hands are closed. Like, you for real. Like, if somebody's running at you, just block your shit and then make sure they have a distance warning not to come at you. So if they face coming, there you go. But I remember that fight. And I was like, damn, man, I hit him all in the face with a closed fist, and he was just like scratching me. I think I might have scratched on my face, like above my eye somewhere, like from his nails. Maybe that's why he didn't close his fist. He was gonna cut himself, you know, reverse Wolverine or something. But after the fight, the gym teacher got broken up or whatever, and we're sitting there in his office, 2 separate chairs. And I don't remember who we were talking to. It might have been a principal or a teacher. It wasn't parents though. It was some other like authority figure to us as kids. And the gym teacher, but they were talking to us and they're like, don't do it again type stuff. And I'm kind of looking at him like, this is your fault anyway. And how's your face feeling? I'm gonna go home and put some peroxide on this, but you can't put peroxide on your jawbone. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was my first fight. Been in a couple fights since then. I kind of like fighting, but only if it's justified. I don't like to start fights. I can finish a fight if I have to. As a kid, I never liked to fight, but people always were bullies back then, bullies now. You shouldn't bully, but bullying comes from, you know, some kind of issue at home or jealousy. It ranges from somewhere else. If you're just big and you're a bully, you're just fucking dumb. But anyways, people are bullies. I was a bully once. Wasn't a fight, but click the link below or click right here in this box for that story. But yeah, man, that was my first fight. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Is it funny? Do you think I won because I hit him with a closed fist, or does he win because he attacked me like a thundercat? But in your comments, make sure you let me know about your first fight. Hit me up. If you have a video about it, link me. But I want to read your comments. I like to read now. Make sure you hit subscribe and like, and come back for more. Obviously, go back and look at my playlist. I'm a gamer. Jams, that's my VJ mix of favorite songs and videos that I like. And then of course the review, and let me know about your first fight. But make sure you leave it in the comments. I want to start with the comments. I need to get my comments popping. Alright y'all, this is Soup TV. You know, with the nice edges. Peace. Alright, thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe. Peace.
All she needed was some. 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 All she needed was some.
At a Clippers game on the court side. Watch a nigga shoot like a 4-5. They mad at me too, I got more fire. Why these bitches see